So today we're playing probably my favorite deck in Historic Brawl, the 5-color Golos deck. Pretty straightforward, a lot of spot-on removal to be able to deal with creatures, but also artifacts, enchantments, and all that stuff. A lot of ramp from the artifacts, a couple spells, and Voring Flags. And all that is going to be able to ramp into Golos, which normally we go get the World Tree as soon as we cast it to solve all our mana problems. And then we ramp into all the biggest nonsense in the game. Itali, Atraxa, Bridge Multiverse, Ruinous Ultimatum, and all that. Starting off against Marugnaller and the Rats. So it's going to be a fun deck. Normally what we do with this deck is try to have bodies and remove all of the rats as much as we can. Obviously, if you don't do that, you're going to get overswarmed. And you do not want Marignaller to come into play and actually trigger where you can't block him anymore. And he just spits a lot of rats. So hopefully we can contain him a little bit. I'm guessing we're going to get some damage a little bit at first. But hopefully we can manage this board pretty quickly. Rat colony, so it's a good start. I think here the biggest focus is to try and get that wall ASAP on the battlefield. So Paradise Druid could be there to block one of them. That could slow them down a little bit. Hopefully here they don't ramp with like a Dark Ritual or something like that into the Marignaller. So here, let's probably block with the Druid here. We have a lot of mana in our hand, so we're going to be fine to get Golos, which is the most important thing. So we could probably just block here, remove one, make sure to keep these rats as weak as possible. Eventually, we're going to keep the D-Spark for the Marrow, so probably block here, make sure we reduce the power of them, and try to get our wall in ASAP. We could probably play this, or we're gonna kill one or play the wall. So let's play this. Let's go get a land. We're gonna suffer 3 damage for sure. So no more lands. Yeah, it's in our hand, so that pretty much sucks. But what we want anyways is a 2 life at the end and the little 0/4 wall. So we're gonna eat 3 here. Next turn, our wall is gonna come in. We could probably put a land. And we have a spell in their hand, Mythos of Netroid, which we're going to be able to kill one of the rats. Maybe the Canker Bloom, just get a body, block another creature. I don't think Valky is going to be that useful. Whatever it removes, they're just going to get it as soon as we block with it anyways. Could put this eventually if we foretell this card in Historic Brawl and then cast it, we're gonna get the 2 little birds. If you just cast it, you don't get them. So it's sometimes it's worth it. Or 2 little birds would kill 2 of these rats. Let's just kill 1 here. That's gonna reduce the power of the rats, and we can save our wall. Not bad. We don't have a land. That's a little bit of a problem. Are we gonna eat some damage here? I think we could try to get our lands. Let's put this. Goes here, top 3 cards. Hopefully there's a land. Oh, okay. 2 good cards in the land. So let's put the land to make sure that we can cast Golos ACP, which is going to become another body anyways. So we're gonna eat some damage here. No attack on the Planeswalker. That's cool. We're at 24, so we could just eat both of them and just fall at 16. Yeah, let's just do that. Okay. Land that comes in tapped, right? So let's get rid of one of the creatures, I guess. That could be an idea. Get rid of one of them. It's a good body too. I'm not worried about this game, to be honest. untapping here and using the first ability would not be super useful. We don't really mind. We're just going to use this one, try to go further. Oh, this is good. This is very good. A land would have been fun, but these two cards are just... We can't. No. We have to take at least one of them. Mars could remove any artifact too, or enchantment, and it's X, so it's... No, it could be good. We can choose. Compared to the Shoulder Edict, they're just going to decide which one they get rid of. We can get rid of one that's attacking. So, okay. So I guess they didn't really appreciate the Shoulder. So that's good. So let's see what's next. So this is not the first video I do with Golos, but it's one that I test a lot of decks and I really enjoy. This deck is a deck that I've played before. I just had a little bit of time to put some games. Hopefully we get some new different games. So we played against Marugnower that we did not play against the first time. This deck overall has a win rate around 83%. So the results are there. It's a very stable, very good deck. Joda the Unifier. This could get tricky. Joda, you just want to deal with all the cards before anything triggers if possible, or try to at least get Joda off the ground, off the board. Otherwise, you just lose control of other creatures. But we have an Edict, you know, and Celestis is going to be good. We don't need these two; they're too far off. But they're such amazing cards, though. The Kami War is great, but the Sublime Epiphany has to be one of my favorite cards. I can just foretell this and make sure that we get some bodies eventually. If we foretell it, or we wait for the Edict. Hopefully they're going to cast something that we can just remove off the board. It's not a great card. It's going to give them a land though, which sucks, but let's just remove it. We kept our Edict, so might as well use it. Slow them down a little bit. So they get the World Tree. Normally we go get it with the Golos. We already have it in our hand, so we're probably going to end up getting some kind of Triome. Oh, that's fun. That's a creature that can be annoying, that's for sure. Yep, let's just get Golos there. Go get another land. So the World Tree is in our hand, so might as well get a Triome. What the colors? We need a lot of blue, that's for sure. So obviously the Triumph that we're gonna keep needs blue. We don't have a lot of red, and we're gonna need some for the Kami War. So let's just take this one. Obviously with the World Tree, all the lands are gonna be all the colors, but we never know. Do we play here? Are we saving the mana for the Sublime Epiphany? If they have one land, they could end up casting Joda, right? So maybe we should be a little bit careful and wait for that. Okay, let's do this and maybe try to kill the creatures. I think we should have killed their creature at our turn, because now he can use it. Yeah. Lear, Yeah, we kind of missed that one. We should have killed their creature at our turn, but now we're gonna kind of force them into using the ability. So they're gonna tap, probably pay it with life, and then put Leer protection from the color. Now it's our turn, so now we have to get rid of it. So we have two options. We go for this, put the 2 tokens, which is a good idea. Attacking with Golos would do nothing, get an extra land. So we could maybe cast a Valky and keep the mana for the Sublime Epiphany. Or we could also just get rid of the Leer right away. They have nothing in their graveyard, but still problematic. They have nothing in their graveyard that's valuable, but we kind of want to keep it that way. And now they have the mana for the Joda. We could also bounce it with Sublime Epiphany the next turn. So let's just get rid of what could be problematic. I really don't expect them to do that. Hopefully they're going to attack us with that little toxic creature. But I really doubt it. I think that they're going to keep it. Oh, no Joda. Vorinclex. That's pretty good. Hopefully we get a board wipe. So, okay, so we don't. What do we do here? I haven't spun the wheel with Golos for a while. Now our Kamiwar is not going anywhere because of the Vorinclex, which is a problem. So we could spin this and hope that we get something nice. That's the problem, right? You can just whiff and get nothing. Look at our 3 cards. That'll be fun. How many? We have 10 manas, so that's 7, 3 left. Not much we can do except cast Valky. Let's just see it. Let's just see what we get. Hopefully we get something nice. Oh, this is very nice. Yeah, let's see what we get here. Get non-land. This is very good. This is very good. Let's just cast this. It's gonna force them to protect. So they're gonna use their creature to try to protect the Vorinclex, and we can just kill it in an instant without paying the mana cost, right? So let's go for this. Trying to work around that creature, and now that's gonna be gone too. So next turn they discard, and then turn after we remove their graveyard. So, and now Kamiwar can start going to work a little bit. Land, we don't need that. So now with Kamiwar and the Golos in play, Sublime Epiphany, we're in very good position. Like, they're gonna cast this, Joda. They can't cast anything else really. We're just gonna and we have enough mana to cast both of these spells. So we can return something to their owner's hand. What we could return the Joda. That would be funny. Yeah. Let's return the Joda. I see them conceding pretty soon. Then we can just wait for the Sublime Epiphany. Oh, great hand. Oh, look at their hand. That's a pretty nice hand. Elish Norn, that is not coming on the battlefield, I can promise you. Okay. Let's just attack again. Exactly. The problem with this Golos deck when you're playing against it is it overvalues almost every deck so quickly. As soon as you get to 4 or 5 lands, if you're not dead, the game is pretty much in your pocket normally. The very rare losses that we get, like I said, it's an over 80% win rate, right? One of them was against Gates Saint Thraft. I got overwhelmed and I had nothing to manage their first 2 creatures, and I was killed before like I had 5 lands. I think turn 4 or 5 I was dead, and I was on the draw, so I didn't start. There was very little way to deal with that without the removal spells. Um, Another loss that I had was against dinosaurs, and I don't remember what happened. But these two are the 2 losses I remember. There's more, obviously, but um, I don't really remember them. It's been a while. Okay. Treasure. Mono red treasure. Mono red is the kind of deck that I don't like, but I rarely lose against it. This is a slow hand. Could be very tricky against mono red. We do have 3 lands though. I think we're gonna keep it. Hopefully we, because the Gix command is gonna could wipe their board if we get to a point where they have like 1 big creature and a couple little dorks. It's not too bad. If they put something big with the treasures that they make, so like the first couple damages, first couple turns they're gonna attack us. It's probably gonna be low damage. What we don't want is for them to put their commander, put the captain in, drop a couple treasures, and then just dump a big creature, right? So we have the first for that, but we're gonna have to take some damage. It's a little bit of a gamble. So only what we're not gonna miss blue and white, that's for sure. So this is gonna be a very good example of we need Golos to go get the World Tree. Because this doesn't really matter. We need both colors for the ultimatum anyways. Let's get the commander out. They have a lot of mana though. They're probably going to pay it again. But that's going to slow them down. I'm sure they're greedy and they just want their commander. So, yeah, exactly. So they're going to put that again. Dump some treasures. And hopefully we can ramp with Golos into the ultimatum and just destroy everything they have on the field, and that would pretty much solve the problem. 2 reds for the ultimatum, or I think we have no choice now. We're gonna have to dump Golos. What we want, like we have 6 lands, so we want to play the ultimatum, right? So let's go get the World Tree, solve all the mana problems. Hopefully they don't destroy it before our next turn, and if they don't, that game is pretty much over. One thing I noticed about mono red is it's not a deck, or the players that play mono red don't react that well to being controlled and wiping their boards. Sometimes, I know I'm in a losing situation, I'm just gonna concede, right? I think there's more oh, this is a good thing for the first, but we're going to have the ultimatum anyways, but this is going to give us a lot of damage. I think we're going to fall pretty low here. But mono red, I think probably 50% of the time I see roping is from this deck, right? From these players. So let's just get rid of this board. Hopefully they're not going to rebuild too fast. So now he has a couple of treasures he could use, or the creature. So I hope we're not going to get into the infinite roping loop from mono red. They're too salty and they just wait until all the timers go away instead of just conceding because they're pouting. Come on. Just wasting both of our times right now. We're at 7. We could still lose this pretty easily. They have a lot of creatures that are haste in their deck. 7 is not a lot, and we have only one occasion right now. One way to gain life is if we use Gix command and kind of pump our Golos, right? Should we attack here? Probably not, in case I have a haste creature. We're gonna take control of the game, hopefully, at least. So we're going to take control of the game, and then we're going to do some damage. A little bit of pouting again. That's a good spell. Good idea to get rid of the Golos. What's fun about Golos is every time he dies, he went to get a land, right? So, oh, this is could be problematic. It's pretty good. I think we should get a body in there somewhere, though. Or, what would be fun, we could always use the Sublime Epiphany. Wait for them to see if they're going to cast their commander, the captain, counterspell it, return their creature in their hands. I think that's not a bad option because we could also use it to draw a card. But they're greedy normally. Exactly. Mono red. You know, sometimes I listen to the CGB channel, and probably the only person I know that hates mono red more than me. So this is pretty good. This is very good timing. No lands. So either they start pouting again or drop something fast, but they didn't. So they didn't drop anything. Let's start putting some bodies in there. If we could get a Vorinclex into play and then use a Gix command to make them sacrifice whatever they put on the board and just have our Vorinclex lifelink, that would be pretty funny. So that's what we're going to try to do now. 2 force. I don't want 2 lands that come in tapped though. I want to have the option to actually have a land if I need it. Let's just go get one that's not getting tapped, depending on what we need. And yeah, they're gonna have a pretty hard time to deal with the Vorinclex, that's for sure. They're these little dorks that they put. Oh, gain control. Good thing we have a nice spell in our hand. That was a good move, though. We don't have that many spells that could have saved us here, so we should just remove our Vorinclex. Sadly, let's just use the verse on it. Could always exile it and mess up their plans. But let's wait to see what they're gonna do. They're gonna pay here. All right. Because they could have had spells to just, you know, put it haste and boost it for damage or whatever. So let's exile this. Sadly, it's ours. We're going to fall to 3 though, so we're pretty vulnerable here. Okay. We have nothing to bring back, so Gix command is not going to bring creatures back. Gonna go see. Let's go take a look what's coming. If there's lands, we're just gonna keep him there, but hopefully we get something nice. Come on. We did not do any damage so far, and we're at 3. So this has been pretty one-sided so far. I think they did a couple good moves. Killing the Golos was good, but obviously getting control of the Vorinclex was a sweet thing that they did. And all right. Oh, now we're talking. A little bit of life gain too. With the March, we could get life gain with the March. Keep mana for the Sheoldred's Edict, and they bring a creature in play. We kill it. That doesn't really matter. Let's just get this and try to get the maximum we can get. We need 2 manas for the Edict, so that gives us 5 life that we can gain by killing this. Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, I think that sounds like a pretty nice plan. Let's kill this, gain 5 life, give us a little bit of protection, make them mad even more, and keep the Edict for their creature they're going to cast. At least now we're not vulnerable to like any spell that's going to give us a couple of damage. At 3 is pretty low, so this is in play. Let's just get rid of it. And now let the real assault begin. We should just probably put Leer. This would be good though. But Lear, we could try to have. It's gonna tell them that we can have all our spells again. That'll be pretty hilarious. Let's just get this. Doesn't come in tapped. And we have the world tree. We don't really care about multiple colors anymore. Yeah, Lear is a good idea. We could. We are going to be vulnerable here for a turn, though. In a way. Hopefully they don't do the same thing they did earlier and take us over our Lear. But we have a couple things here we could replay. We have 4 manas. Lear can only be used during their turn, during our turn. So let's see if we have. Oh, this is good. We definitely keep this. The little druid, we can keep this. Maybe put lands on top. Don't really need that. This, we don't really need it. Well, we're going to keep the Gix command. Yeah, let's just put lands. Are we keeping this for a body? No. Also recast the abundant and just go get it or something. But yeah, let's keep it that way. They're gonna see our manas. We have a D-Spark, whatever, in case they have something dangerous that they play. They do have 10 manas, so 10 manas can go a long way. Let's see what they play, and hopefully we can use a D-Spark on it. So they're looking at what we have in the cemetery. What are they going to remove here? Cemetery Gatekeeper. So they're going to remove one of our cards. What are they going to pick? Come on. So long. Well, I guess they don't appreciate the life gain that much. Doesn't really matter. We're going to get that back with the Gix command anyways. So I think we should make them maybe kill their creature with the Gix command and put a put some +1/+1 counters on Lear, make it lifelink. Still have some mana. We should burn some mana here. There's nothing we can really play except for D-Spark anyways, an instant. We have easily the mana to play this. So have them kill their creature and put counters on Lear. 2 +1/+1 counters, but it's also going to be lifelink until end of turn. So this is going to be. This is the beginning of the end. I do not see them. Oh, the little your go here. Oh, you're gonna regret this. My first attack. It's funny. That's proof that they're getting mad, right? The little your go, and we have a complicated deck, unlike them. Okay, should we use this? Yes, let's use this. See what we get. This, is there room to cast it and have a body? Yeah, we cast it, we have a body. We don't have any manas left though for the D-Spark, but we have 13 life. Maybe that's gonna help them empty their hand. Oh. Typical mono red that gets you to a low number of HP, and then you can kind of break their board and go back up in HP, and then they're salty and they kind of pout. I'm telling you that honestly, I remember watching Cover Go Blue, and he was talking about stuff like that, and I was laughing because I didn't really notice it before, but since then I noticed it, and it's horrible. Every time mana res bring you down, and they're like, "Oh, I think I have this," and then you reverse the game on them, they just pout. Instead of conceding, if you want to concede, I don't mind. If you don't see any way out, you know the cards in your hand and not me. But if you're just wasting my time like this, honestly, you're just an idiot. You know, Probably super childish to just pout and waste time. Just concede. Oops, I guess. I don't see them winning here. And right now we're controlling the game pretty easily, and we can just replay a bunch of stuff with Lear. I don't think they're gonna. And since Lear is now with six HP, it's gonna be pretty hard to kill it. So I don't think they can kill it. Man. Yeah. What a loser. So, just attack, deal some damage, try to cast some spells, and we could just replay the Gix command and just bring back creatures from our graveyard and Swords to Plowshare. That's good. That's gonna help them a lot. I'm sure they really want to cast a spell now. We're full of mana. We have a Swords to Plowshare in our hands. We have D-Spark that they don't know of. Let's just cast a commander, and hopefully next turn we can start having fun with the spinning the wheel with them. We could also get in whatever the land is. Just on. Yeah, let's go see. Non-land, Chromatic Lantern. Great card. Don't really care about it right now. We always play it, have one mana for the Swords of Plowshares. But let's just help them get even more tilt. So as you see so far in the games, this Golos deck has so many options to manage just whatever the board has on the other side, right? So we have a lot of spells to single target, manage single target cards like enchantments, artifact, and creatures and planewalkers. We also have a lot of stuff that are going to manage the board, the farewells and the Doomscar and a Gix command. You can destroy every creature with 2 or less power. So there's a lot of managing the board until you get to a point where you have enough mana to just overwhelm the opponent, right? And everything you play has so much value that they can't do anything. I don't see that many people play Lear these days. Unless you're a counterspell deck, I don't see why. It's a 3/4 body, which is pretty good. And but honestly, the ability to recast your spells, like in this game, if the opponent would have cast 2 creatures, I could have used the Swords to Plowshares and then recast it on another creature and then put a Gix command on, So it's just too good. It's too much value. So that's the idea behind this deck, actually. One of the Atraxa decks that I like is the decks with all the Praetors, right? I have that deck in real, actually. In paper, but you just play all the value and it's just fun, right? Italy. Oh, and we have an Italy in our hand. Oh, that's good. So we're gonna try and get our Italy on the battlefield before the opponents Italy comes in for their Italy deck. That would be funny. But that deck ramps pretty fast, and we don't have a lot. We have nothing in our hand to actually manage the first cards that are gonna come in. We have a lot of mana possibilities, but hopefully we get a chance to dump our Italy before them. Because we're not going to manage their stuff. They're going to put probably another land here. So we started, we're on the play. We could play this and kind of fake that we have a counter spell or something. Because otherwise it's going to come in tapped. And that's not what we want in this game. It's going to be kind of a race. We have 2 lands. Or 5-color deck with 2 blues. That's not great. That's not great either. 3, I don't think there's much to do. We could play this and try to get Euro in and get another land. Give us a little bit of life gain here. Yeah, let's put this. This could be good. We're gonna put this one tapped. Anyways, it's not like we're gonna have something to cast anyways. Now we have the mana at the next turn to play Golos or maybe Rusco to kind of ramp into the midnight clock. But they're getting there. We were on the play, but they ramped as much as we did. But this might help a lot. Let's go get the classic, get the wool tree. So now next turn we should be able to play our Italy, which is going to be good. Oh, that sucks though. We're gonna be able to replay it, but it was kind of fun to have a body in there to try to help us defend. What we're gonna put in here, yeah. Let's take action, bring back our Golos. That is not good. That is not good. That is pretty good. We could play this, just have an extra turn, put an extra land on in play, and next turn maybe play like Rusco and the One Ring, for example. We have the lands to play them. We could play Rusco and the One Ring. If we play Rusco, it gives us the midnight clock. We can use that mana that's going to be left to the brainstorm against the Italy, because I think they're going to cast Italy on their next turn because of the creature they just put here, the goblin that reduces the casting cost by 2. So let's just play this so we don't get damage. If for whatever reason they don't play Italy, we can use the 1 mana that's left to use a One Ring and draw a card. But worst case, we're going to keep that mana for the brainstorm to kind of screw their Italy. Unless there's only good cards, right? Hopefully we get something that's not great, but it's going to be hard to be better than what we have in our hand. So with the brainstorm, we're not going to put anything good there. Oh, this is good though. This is pretty good. Probably a land and give them the stone. There's no way we're going to give them the Wanderer or Italy, and that's that Signet is not great, and it has no impact on their game right now. So what we could do here is force them into that. Hopefully they don't get anything too good. Well, that's pretty good. That's very good what they drew. So they're gonna have a nice ability here. Every time they cast a creature spell, they seek a creature card with lesser value. Put a counter there. Nothing happened with the One Ring. So here, I think what we should do, I would probably put the. Part of me wants to play have the Itali battle, but honestly, I think we should put the Wanderer, use its ultimate ability, and leave them with the Dork and make them sacrifice all the rest, and counterspell the next Itali. So let's just, yeah, that little 1/1 did what it had to do. It's worth nothing. So let's force them into getting rid of the rest. And yeah, let's draw. See what we get here. Oh, that's good. That's good. I think we're gonna have no choice though, because if we use the if we kill their enchantment, they're gonna cast a Tally anyways. So that's not gonna. We don't want to attack because we want to protect the Wanderer. Worst case, we're gonna flicker Rusco. So they're not going for a Tally. They're putting a Grazer in play, which is worth nothing right now, and not going to trigger anything with the enchantment. So I don't really get that one, unless they're playing a natural order or something like this. But they could have just sacrificed a Dork they have in play right now. So they didn't play a Tally. Let's just get rid. We could get rid of the enchantment. Oh, it's casting cost 4 or more. Okay. I thought it was worth 4, but it's worth a 3. So we take a damage here. That's fine. You can just probably blink the Rusco or the Itali, but blinking our Itali would be pretty funny though. Let's go with this. This is gonna be way funnier, and hopefully we get something good. Oh yeah, we can get their Vorinclex with our Shouldered Edict. Force them to sacrifice something, doesn't really matter, but we're not paying anyway, so it's fine. And there we go. Yeah. And there we're not going to cast our Tally anyway, so we could have blinked with the Eternal Wanderer. I was going to blink the Itali, just have more spells, and the trigger again, cast 2 more spells for free. So that would have been a very, very worth it Itali, that's for sure. But yeah. So yeah, we out Itali the Itali deck. So this is always satisfying. I really like the Itali deck though. I haven't filmed it yet, but I do play one version of it. It's not exactly the same as that one. It's more control-y, but it's still an amazing deck. I love it. I have an Itali deck too for a commander and at home. So it's another commander that I actually play. Alright, so Sithis is, we have the March, which is good against them. Wash Away is good against them. We have the Maze Mine and 3 lands. We're going to keep this hand for sure. We should be able to ramp into Golos, no problem. And we're going to deal with their commander at least once. And probably use March before we play Golos too. So this should give us a chance to actually deal with them and slow them down. Because what you don't want with this deck, the deck is very, very cheap mana cost wise. So if you just let them establish a couple cards, everything's going to trigger between all of them. They're going to draw a bunch of cards with that commander, right? So that's something we don't want. Alright, second game in a row with that card. So second game in a row that on the first turn, the opponent drops that one. So we're on the play, but they just put 2 lands in before us, and they drew an extra card. Let's put this there to make sure we can do the Wash Away, and that's what we're gonna cast here for sure. Get rid of that commander to make like the 1 life. We can deal with it eventually, because normally with this deck we can overpower them and there's no way for them to defend. So we're gonna just get their life down eventually. You're probably going to concede before that anyways. Oh, a little love sign here. Show of love. But yeah, so Sithis has to be off the board. And the March is going to be pretty useful. We're going to use that to get rid of the enchantment soon. So we could probably do the Harvest here and put the Maze Mind Tome. Yeah, extra land is fine. We're going to need the manas. We just want to make sure that we ramp into Golos and get the World Tree. So far the plan is fine. We just need to find one land in the next 2 turns. Sithis, there's nothing we can do here. We're probably gonna remove it on the next turn anyways. They don't have enough mana to make it trigger the land. That's perfect. Now we're set for Golos. We have all our lands. So here we should just probably use the Twilight and kill Sithis. So paying 2 life here was not necessary. I think we're going to keep the March. Because the Twilight, the problem is later you can actually bring back something from the grave, right? So it's fun to keep it, but I want to keep the March for something that's not a creature, maybe some kind of enchantment that's going to cause me problems. That's not it. This is going to help them search their library for an enchantment. We'll see what they get. They have to reveal it anyways. Oh, Mirror's Wake. The first card I ever bought. My first card I ever bought was that one. And on the same day, I bought some clones, disenchant, counterspells, questing Feldegriffs, Phantom Nishobas, and Mirror's Wakes. That was my first deck ever, back in 2006, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think it's let's go play this. Have a good body there. Go get some more lands. I like the triumphs, but honestly, having lands that come into play untapped is pretty good. Let's just get these and kind of. Yep. So we got these 2 lands. We pretty much have all the colors we want right now, even without the Golos. Oh, that I was not expecting though. Good job, but that gives us 6 life. That is a problem. We're trying to make sure they don't have that much value in play. This is going to help them fetch enchantments every turn if they want to. And obviously the 2 others, the 2 other abilities are not. They're very good, so we don't want that. Okay. Chain creature can boost a creature. That's fine. Doesn't really matter if we can deal with it. What? I was gonna say it doesn't matter if we can deal with the creatures. Now we draw Sunfall, so we can easily deal with the creatures. I think it's gonna be time for Golos. Get that World Tree, then drop a land, pass turn. It's pretty much their turn after. We are at 22. We're gonna gain 4 lives with the Maze Mind Tome. So we're gonna be in very good position. Even if we Sunfall the Golos, we don't really mind that much. Put this down, pass turn. Hopefully they play their commander so we can get rid of it. Oh, okay, so they... good move. A very good move. They're going to exile the commander. Obviously, it goes back to the commander zone, but... yeah, thankfully. There's Wake. It's pretty fun in the lore of Magic that the Mirari eventually became Memnarch. So let's draw. Let's see what's coming. Let's draw, gain some life. Day of Judgment, nothing bad with that. We can keep it. Next turn we can honestly probably get rid of the Wake. There's way too much value in having double your manas, especially with that deck. It's a very low. We have only one removal and instant, so there's nothing keeping us. Even if we wipe the board here, they're gonna have the Wake and just cast their commander and cast one more enchantment, draw a card, and just go off from there. So I think we should just get rid of the Wake right now, slow them down a lot, and see what they play. We can put a land in play and just wait. Now the next thing we're probably gonna do is wipe the board, because I think they're probably gonna play their commander. Okay, let's see what's coming. Oh, Kenrit. Okay, so they're gonna... The next creature I play is probably gonna have that on it. It becomes a 3/3 with no abilities. And yeah. Now for sure we're gonna wipe the board with everything they put there. Yeah, let's just get rid of all that. It's gonna give us a chance to have a token. And before our turn, we're gonna transform it and try to attack the Calyx. Well, our hand is starting to get empty. We're due to put Golos in play, but with that enchantment they have in their hand, it's going to be pretty hard to trigger it. We don't have the mana to cast it and trigger it right away. Not even close. We're missing 3 lands. So here we're probably going to transform the token, try to attack their Calyx to get rid of it. Let's see how that goes. Okay, not many choices left. So I guess we're gonna have to bait them into playing that Kenrith transformation on my Golos, because that's the only creature we have anyways. We're not gonna wipe the board for a 0/2 like that. So that 0/2 is not gonna do anything. So let's get this there. Hopefully we make it to the next turn with it. And in worst case, they enchant it to become a 3/3, and then we can attack with both of them, killing their planeswalkers. Their planeswalker. We can always cycle this land right now. The Triumph's not going to do anything. Exactly. So we're not surprised here. They draw a card. So hopefully they cast their commander. Get an enchantment. Let's see what they get. Oh, fun. Fun. Smothering Tithe. What do they have in their hand that's making them calculate all the manas like that? So they have 2 green and 1 white left. Alright, so what's up now? Okay. So on our turn, we can still pay the tithe penalty, and we'll see if we wipe the board or not. Oh, this is good. Yeah, yeah. No, we're definitely gonna pay. We have enough lands. We have 11. We just need 7 for this, so we can easily pay 2 for that. And then just destroy all the enchantments that they have. So let's try to take care of this first. Not tell them our secret. And now let's just get rid of all of them. Hopefully they play their commander here. Wait for them to cast something big. Oh, this is good. They have 1 mana left. Should we do it as a response? No, we're gonna wait. Hopefully they're gonna cast something more. Oh, this is good. This is good. So they tapped everything. They have a amount of green left. So let's just kill their commander, that creature, this one here, the tithe, and the artifact. There you go. No, I think it's pretty much game over. Yep.